Anxiety is a prevalent feeling that each of us encounters at some point in our lives, given the complexities of modern existence with its pressures and constant uncertainties. It can evolve into a persistent presence that detrimentally impacts our mental well-being and emotions. Within this context, the realm of historical philosophy offers a distinct and valuable outlook for addressing anxiety and seeking inner peace. Stoicism, an ancient philosophical school that thrived during the Hellenistic and Roman eras, was established by Zeno of Citium in the 3rd century BCE. Its teachings are designed to offer a pragmatic approach to living a virtuous life and attaining tranquility when faced with challenges. In the Stoic perspective, anxiety is perceived as a disconcerting emotion that can be transformed through a grasp of its fundamental principles. The root of historical anxiety stems from how we interpret external events, rather than the circumstances themselves. It is not the situations that directly induce anxiety, but rather our internal perceptions and evaluations of them. This implies that we possess a degree of influence over our anxiety by training our minds and consciously selecting our thoughts. One of the primary sources of anxiety, according to Stoicism, is the apprehension of the future and an excessive preoccupation with what lies ahead. Our minds often project unrealistic negative scenarios and uncertainties, leading to a sense of unease. To counteract this facet of anxiety, Stoicism advocates the practice of mindfulness in the present moment and a focus on aspects that fall within our control. This concept is aptly captured by Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, who stated that what truly disturbs people are not the events themselves, but rather the judgments we pass on them. In essence, Stoicism serves as a reminder that we lack control over many external events, and our serenity lies in understanding and managing our reactions and judgments rather than attempting to dictate outcomes beyond our influence. Numerous events unfold in our surroundings, yet we retain authority over our responses and attitudes toward these occurrences. Learning to embrace what we cannot alter and adjusting our expectations in alignment with life's realities is pivotal in discovering inner serenity. Stoicism identifies another source of anxiety, an excessive fixation on material possessions and external situations. When we become overly entangled with material possessions, social standing, or the opinions of others, we inadvertently entrust our well-being and joy to external forces. Stoicism advocates the pursuit of emotional self-sufficiency, recognizing that genuine contentment originates from within, irrespective of external circumstances. The philosopher also underscores the significance of relinquishing emotional attachment, akin to releasing the grip of desire. Essentially, when we strongly cling to expectations, it breeds fear of loss and disappointment. The liberation from such excessive desires becomes a method to triumph over anxiety and achieve equilibrium. Moreover, Stoicism encourages acknowledging the transitory nature of life and the cyclical pattern of human emotions. The Stoics comprehended that everything is subject to change, including emotions like anxiety, which are ephemeral. This comprehension can usher in tranquility and perspective, reminding us that anxiety is not a perpetual state but a transient one. Emperor Aurelius, in his Meditations, prompts contemplation upon the fleeting nature of life and emotions. He imparts that all things are impermanent, and only the memories of those who have departed linger. This reflection urges us to esteem the present moment and refrain from becoming overly entwined with fleeting emotions. During moments of anxiety, it's reassuring to recognize that everything is bound to pass with the passage of time. In the realm of Stoicism, anxiety assumes the role of an opportunity for personal development and the cultivation of virtue. Instead of succumbing to fear or attempting to stifle anxiety, Stoics view it as a chance to put their philosophical principles into practical action, confronting anxiety with bravery, self-awareness, and self-control. This approach is akin to an athlete training their body to face physical challenges. Similarly, Stoicism offers a mental academy to address the emotional trials of life. Through consistent practice and conscious application of Stoic principles, we can gradually reshape our relationship with anxiety, replacing restlessness with inner calm. In essence, the perception of anxiety evolves from an enigmatic emotion to something comprehensible and manageable through self-awareness, emotional detachment, acceptance of impermanence, and mindfulness in the present moment. By incorporating Stoic teachings into our daily lives, we unearth a pathway to cultivate inner peace and tranquility amidst life's uncertainties. It's crucial to bear in mind that mastering these teachings requires gradual progress and unwavering persistence. Nevertheless, the reward is a more balanced and resilient life, better equipped to confront the emotional challenges that life presents. I am intrigued by these reflections on utilizing Stoicism to combat anxiety. The analogy drawn between training the mind, as one would train the body, is particularly insightful. Employing historical wisdom to navigate the complexities of modern existence holds promise for fostering emotional well-being and fortitude. I eagerly anticipate your thoughts and insights on these reflections. Thank you for sharing your perspective and the additional resources. I look forward to our continued exchange. A look at Stoicism's philosophical approach to combating anxiety is a deeply intriguing perspective, and in many ways highly relevant to the hectic and uncertain world we live in. Through understanding and applying the ancient lessons of Stoicism, we can find a way to face the emotional challenges that life presents us with. The idea that anxiety is not just an emotion to be feared or suppressed, but an opportunity for personal growth and virtue development is both refreshing and encouraging. This approach suggests that rather than being passive victims of anxiety, we can become active participants in our own journey of self-discovery and improvement. It takes courage to face anxiety head-on, understanding its roots and responding to it with self-mastery and authenticity. The analogy between training the mind as well as training the body is especially compelling. Just as an athlete strengthens his body to face physical challenges, we can strengthen our mind and emotions to face mental adversity. Constantly practicing Stoic principles helps us develop inner resilience and become more capable of dealing with life's uncertainties. However, it is important to recognize that adopting this philosophy is not an easy or quick journey. It requires patience, dedication, and an ongoing commitment to apply the principles in our everyday lives. Just as physical change takes time, mental and emotional transformation is also a gradual process. Ultimately, the practical application of Stoicism in coping with anxiety offers a promising approach to improving our emotional well-being. By adopting this perspective, we can develop a deeper ability to find serenity amid life's ups and downs. Like any approach, your results may vary from person to person, but the quest for self-discovery and building emotional resilience is certainly worth exploring.